Hello to all my disciples. This is 智公. Today I'm going to talk about a very introductory knowledge video to talk about something that you should know when you ordain into the lineage and get into this big family right here. So the first thing is, what is this thing about, and what is Saam Law? What is your Tao? What is your identity? This is very, very important, because especially when you start cultivating, you have to think about it. What are you actually cultivating for? And what is the destiny? Okay, like, what is this path going to lead you to? It's not just like, oh, I joined something and there's something to learn and that's it. There's no goal and such. Well, there is actually one, and you need to understand what you are facing and heading toward when you enter the lineage. So today I'm going to talk about what is the Tao, the Dao, and also introduce you to the basic knowledge of Saam Law. Okay, so first thing is, what is the Tao? You might already watch my video on YouTube talking about what is the Tao, but that video is for outsiders, okay? Not for you, for outsiders. For you guys, when you enter the lineage, the Tao that you have right now is not the same, because you are a disciple of the lineage. The Tao, which is the, you can say that it is the essence that brings the whole thing toward a destiny. Okay? So this essence, what is the essence right here? Is where the lineage is connected to. Okay? So here you join Saam Law, 天一道. Your Tao is to Saam Law. Okay? Saam Law. Saam Law is the most original or most ancient, or you can say the most, like, the earliest state of this whole world, the whole universe. Okay, not this one here that we usually know right here, but even before this thing is created, this is the most earliest world, most earliest ancient, earliest space before everything started. And this is what Saam Law is about. Everything starts from Saam Law, and then it just transforms into the other things, and so all the other happening, all the other worlds are created after Saam Law. Okay? Now Saam Law, you cannot see it like, oh, let me take a telescope and look at the stuff out there, because you are not going to see it. It's not something physical that you can see. Okay? But this is this nature's force, this power, this thing in nature can be witnessed by looking at everything around you, and you can see the pattern of this thing is lying inside everything around you, because this is like the nature's principle. Everything in nature follows this pattern, the same pattern of Saam Law, and you can see that the structure of Saam Law is everywhere. Okay, just like we have a lot of lectures on YouTube about like 9-star, Daoism and such. All these things are showing you the theories and pattern that explains to you how Saam Law, the theory of Saam Law, is inside everything in this world. And so you can see these. And as you cultivate, you can witness the power of Saam Law by cultivating三羅神功and using it every day in your life, trying to apply it to everything, and also to use it on everything that you need some help with, or need a boost with, or even need protection with, etc. And then, because you keep using and taking from this source, you are cultivating the Tao, because you are non-stop taking these powers from this ancient natural power. Okay, you keep taking from nature. Okay, at the same time, we cultivate the duck. Okay, the duck, which in online we say the te, T-E, but it's basically that's the Mandarin. In Cantonese it's tak. We give back to this place as we do it. Okay, we give back. Every time we ask for something, we also give back to this place. And because of this transaction, keep going like that, you and Saam Law is going to be more bonded together. As a result, your heart, your feeling, your love and everything to Saam Law will grow as you cultivate the Tao, which is to bring down the resources to use it, okay? And also to give back. When you give back, then the whole thing will complete, okay? Because of that, you feel more bonded and bonded. So what's the goal? What is this Tao going to lead you into? The Tao, the Saam Law, is going to lead you to a new ending when you are dead. Okay, your life right now, okay, you're born. And when you are dead, that is the final stage of this life right here. So where are you going to go to, or what's going to happen to you when you die? You don't know. But you can see from everything in nature, things die and then some things grow back up again. Everything works like a cycle, like a year, from spring to winter and then back to like other way and then back to spring. Okay? So things die and come back to life. Basically, a normal person, when you die, things don't just go black out. You will have somewhere or something will happen to you, and you will be going on another stage or another place and other form for you to be born again. Now, Saam Law will bring you back to this space where everything started, because you're bonded to Saam Law when you're cultivating, right? So it's like a magnet. So when you're dead, this magnet will snap together, and your soul, your energy, your heart, your consciousness, everything will band together and bring you to Saam Law, which is actually a much better way to die than having no clue of where you're going or have no control over what's going to happen to you. Now, the scary thing is, for a normal person, you do not understand how it feels and look when you're dead. So when you're dead, you're basically like, how is it going to be like? You're going to be like a baby who just born in this world. How is that? Very hopeless. You cry, you get scared easily because you cannot control yourself. You cannot control the things around you. You cannot control anything, right? So you have to rely on your mom. But when you're dead, you don't have a mom yet. Okay? You're on your own at the moment, and there will be a transitional stage where you will be always like not in control, and there will be external factor coming to you, like how, okay, you go out to the forest, some stuff will happen to you once a while. Maybe big wind, big rain, a tiger, whatever it is, okay? Now you're in this spiritual form. You're not like, oh, this is fake. No, this is not fake. You're in this stage where it's like you're in a dream. But the dream is 100% real. And you know that this is not a dream. That's the scary part. It's like you entered a dream that is not a dream. And you know that is you at that moment. It's so real. There's no exit, and you cannot wake up. You can only sit there and let yourself float and see what's going to happen to you. Just like a baby. You just sit there and let's see what happened to you next morning, right? Next hour, who knows? So it's very hopeless and scary when people die and they are like, ugh. You might enter a blackout stage for a while, but after a while of black, the colors will show. When the colors show up, you will see a lot of things that you don't expect. You will be experiencing a lot of turbulence that you don't want. And there is a lot of problems that will happen which freak the shit out of you. Just like when you're a baby. Everything come at you, you don't know what happened. There will be a little bit of virus in the air, and then you get sick, you get fever easily. If there's no doctors, you are fucked. Okay? Basically, that is the problem with babies. They are fragile. When we are dead, we are also fragile. When we are dying, we also get very fragile, as you can see. Especially if you never cultivated your soul, which is the energy inside you. Your whole life is cultivating your body, like building your muscles, walking, earning money. Everything is external. You never cultivated the internal you. You see? So when you're dead, you're left with the internal you. You don't have the external anymore, right? It's dead. So the inside of you, the soul part of you is the problem. How are you going to deal with all these things without your body right now? You don't know, because you're pretty much like a baby who don't know what to do, right? You're fragile. So you sit there and you let things happen, and you watch, you listen, and such. Well, you may think, I don't have my eyes, I don't have my ears, how can I watch and listen? Wait a second. So when you're dreaming, do you listen? Like, do you feel things like hearing, watching, and stuff like that? I am sure you might already experience that once or a few times or many times in your life. Where there is a dream, it's so real. It freaks the shit out of you, and you sweat, you get scared, and it's very scary, and it's very vivid, and you can see, feel, etc. It feels so real. When you wake up, you think about it again, it seems like it just really did happen. That kind of dream is pretty much like how it feels when you're dead. You can see vividly, sharply, if you can have a good vision, good eyesight, like eyesight, when you're dead as a soul. Your soul can see, can hear. There is always vision and audio and stuff going on in that dimension. So when you're dead, do you want to be those that are like a baby, fragile, being like, bullied, whatever, okay, harmed, whatever it is? Do you want to be in that kind of stage, or do you prefer to be in full control, or at least something's gonna protect you from being like that, okay? Or maybe you're more like in control of yourself, and you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, and you know what's ahead, etc. That is why you cultivate Saam Law Sun Gung. Because our goal is to at least, okay, number one, you will at least be protected by the lineage power and all that stuff in the lineage, to ensure that you're not going to be one of those that just got kidnapped over by someone, some kind of entity in the air, and just kidnapped your soul over and eat you up like it's pizza. Secondly, you want to be ensured that I have a way, like I know I'm going to a certain place and how it's going to be like, etc. And I understand what I'm going to face, what I will be experiencing and such. And also you want to be in control of yourself and have the power, which allows you to, like, even in that form, you will be ensured and protected, and you are like 100% in control of yourself, and not like those people who just got there and then, what am I going to do? And you get all freaked out and stuff like that, right? So in order to achieve all these, not everyone can have a lot of time to cultivate like crazy every day. So not a lot of people can have the power to be like, let's say, a super strong guy in that dimension. So when you're dead, okay, the first thing is we need something that can get you covered fast, right? Something that can get you covered and not even have to face like fighting the violence environment. Something that can like grab you in and protect you and slowly make you able to like get used to your next life, your next world, your next journey. Something that can allow you to, even with the minimal practice inside the lineage, You want a kind of power that can drag you into a much more peaceful place, which is Saam Law, which is what we call Dai Law Tin. This place is a place where people don't die from aging. But yes, you can die from other things, like being killed, jumping off a bridge, and such like that. But you don't age, okay? So you can say they're like immortals right there, people. But they're not really immortals, and they're like, oh, they never die, okay? They will die. Even if you are one of these people in that world, you will also die. If, let's say, oh, I pick a knife and I chop myself, or someone want to kill you, or you got in an accident and you were driving a car and it bang, okay? Something like that, okay? Things can happen. Now, that place is not like, oh, it's ancient China, and that it's not, okay? It is an other world. We do not know exactly how and what kind of culture and what language, etc. Because we are in this world and we don't have the elements over there. Let's say, for example, this world, we have trees, right? If you live in another world, they don't have trees. No trees in that world, okay? How can the people there understand our life with trees? They cannot, right? So things there in Dai Law Tin is not exactly or not even like how things are here. But you can get a brief idea of how it is while you learn in the lineage and get bit of information gathered up as you talk and learn in the lineage. It makes you more, like as you learn, you listen to more and more things and you will understand more about it. I can only tell you that if you are one of those who are thinking that 24 hours a day is not enough for you to use, Dai Law Tin is that kind of life in Dai Law Tin is actually one kind of lifestyle that you will enjoy. Not because you have many hours a day, okay? It's because your life is like you don't need to sleep and wait and black out for like half a day or a third of a day. In Dai Law Tin, in the Saam Law space, the life there with being there have two sides. It's like A, B side of your life. So imagine when you're sleeping, then like when you go to sleep, okay? There is like, oh, I sleep, and then you went into another dimension. And then other dimension, you live there like as it is a real world, another world, okay? Like you entered another world. And after you're tired there, you go to sleep again, and then you appeared in the other world, the physical world again. So basically it's flip-flop, one side, two side, like that, okay? So one side of it is basically like the life here, physical, and everything is basically like here, physical, okay? You can touch and use elements around, and basically it's like here. And other world is like the dream world, where it's a more fantasy world. You do not need to have any physical thing, but you can make things come out, like how you're in a dream. Very Superman-like, but it's a different kind of lifestyle. So two different lifestyle. One side of it is like you're like a light being, okay? Like you're made of light particles. And by that means, okay, you glow. You don't need stuff from outside to shine on you to make your colors appear. You glow, okay? And basically that's how you look. You glow. So you can create things out of your own energy by using your own energy and split a part of it, and there goes your own creation. You want a car, you make a car, okay? Very Superman-like. It's like you're God. You can make anything you want, okay? But at the same time, the more you make, the more energy from your body will be splitted. Like you're like, it feels like you're cutting off a piece of meat to make the thing. So if you do not have enough stuff inside you to power up all these things that you made, then you will die. Okay? So the more you make, the more you need to support them at the same time. Now in the physical world, it's pretty much like here. So you need to go outside and get stuff in, and get new elements and such like that, and then basically that's your life. So you can be in that world, and then you'll be like, let's say, talking to your mom in that world, okay? And then you're like, okay, I'm tired. Let's go to the side B to talk and have dim sum and such. Okay, sure, bye-bye. And then you hang off the phone, and then whoa, the other world, you can see your mom face to face right away. It's like that, okay? It's sort of like how we right here can just meet up on the internet very fast, right? Instantly you can see each other. In that world is basically like that too. But it's not internet, it's just an other world. You do not need to really like sleep and black out to get revived, okay, or energized. Basically, you go to the other side and use up all your energy, and then you go back to the other side and you're super energized. On the other side, when you use up all the energy, you go to sleep, and while you're like sleeping in the other world, you appeared, and then you use up all the energy, then you're back to the other side, right? So basically, it's like a hourglass theory. Okay, so all the stuff goes from to here, and then it flip back, and then like that. Okay, so basically that's the world, how like roughly it's like. Now, how do I know about this Daoism, and why am I like very sure that this thing is going to lead you to this place and such? It's because Gum Si Gong and me in the lineage, okay, are connected to Daoism with a lot of different experience and our past experience and such. I can only tell you like shortly that because it's like this is fate. Because I went through so much, and because I have this experience, and because of the experience I could connect it to it. Okay? And how do I get connected? Do I like get connected by someone there and stuff like that? Yes, there is someone there that teach me stuff. Okay? And we're connected, meaning that we can communicate. But the first thing is we do not get to Daoism, like connected to Daoism, because of the being at first. It's because our cultivation back then, okay, before we reach Daoism, get to a certain stage. We break through a certain stage and we connected to this space in the very deep nature. And because we connect, the first thing is the energy connection, okay? The energy connected, and you can soul travel to this place and see it and witness it. And then, because of that, we got connected to the energy side of it, and then witness it, experience it, and then suddenly the energy beams, and you can say they convert into knowledge. So the knowledge pumps through, and there goes the Saam Law Sun Gung at first. And then the knowledge keep pumping over. At the same time, there are beings, kind of like people, over in that world that also connected to us. So these beings also help, but they are like more like a guidance type, where they will correct if our knowledge is like kind of off track, or if we have issues and stuff like that. They will give guidance. But the basic thing is the knowledge part is not like a being talking to you and giving you all the knowledge and telling you what to do and such like that. Okay, the whole thing is the energy of Saam Law that brings out all these things, and the whole Saam Law Sun Gung and such. And yes, Saam Law Sun Gung can be in any kind of form. It can be Chinese, can be English, can be anything. But why do we use Chinese? It's because I am good in Chinese. So we have to utilize what I am good at and not what I'm not good at, right? If I use English, I might be using words that is like, doesn't mean that thing, and I'll be weird. So if I'm Chinese, like I'm really good in Chinese, I should utilize my Chinese. Okay, so that's why all the stuff is in Chinese. And why is it in this form right now today? I can only say, well, because this form fits it. Okay, it fits. That's why. Okay, everything fits, and you will understand more as you stay in the lineage and learn more about it. Okay, in the next video, I'll be talking about what is Saam Law, And so today, I want you to, like in this video, I want you to understand what is your Tao. Your Tao is Saam Law, as in this ancient or the first universe, space, whatever you want to call it, okay? Like this is the earliest world. And why is it our Tao? Is because this is where the supply of power, wisdom, and all these things come from the lineage. And also the most important thing, this Tao, this Saam Law, brings you to this place when you're dead. And this place allows you to become one with nature again, meaning that you're connected to this most ancient nature world again. By means of ancient, they're not like low-tech ancient. There are technology in this world, and they're not like those ancient as in like, oh, cavemen taking a drumstick. No, not like that, okay? It's just that this world is created long ago before these worlds right here are created. Okay? So basically, that's how it goes. And understanding what is your Tao when you ordain. You ordain and submit yourself to this ancient, or you can say the most original world before this thing right here is created. And because of that, it will bring you over there with guidance, protection, and also leading you to cultivate yourself stronger, ensuring you to have a good future in this place, in your next game, next life, and not be like those normal people who will be like very clueless, helpless, weak, and such after they're dead. What's more scary is if you entered a, let's say, an occult or something like that, something that worships some evil spirit, evil gods, whatever it is, you will be eaten or tortured or captured or kidnapped by these things when you're dead. So these spiritual bullies, or you can say the spiritual conquerors, they will fuck you up if you are submitting yourself to them. So you don't want to be screwed by these things, then that is why you cultivate here. You are not going to be like bowing and being the slave of any of these spiritual beings in this path. You are in control of yourself. Okay? 100% in control of yourself. And you're being protected by nature. This is the, like you can say it's the pre-heaven nature, meaning like this is the most original, the first, the ancient, the first nature, natural, deep nature. And this deep nature energy is where the wisdom and everything comes from, and also where the power comes from. When you cultivate, you will witness it and understand it more. Basically, you have to know you're in good hands when you're ordained into Saam Law. You're not going to be a slave of anyone, and you're just going to be part of nature and be you're going to be protected and guided by nature's power. So basically, that's how it goes for this lesson, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.